At the third, Mark O'Mara.
188, the wind from the right, a 5-iron.
That was a great shot there, Mike, wasn't it? Beautiful shot from O'Meara. Really looks in good balance. To the fifth.
Brad Faxon playing very well. Fax even par today, 5 over for the championship. This is a remarkable performance. Brad has not had a top 10 all year on the regular tour. To 2.
And Watts, this putt for birdie.
Going up the hill, these greens are just perfect to putt. Not too fast.
So Watts, a winner 11 times since '93 on the Japanese tour. We'll tap that in for his par. And that's a good start for Brian Watts, who played his college golf at Oklahoma State University. 2 pars as we go to the third.
Second for Jim Furyk.
The left side of the fairway, the best side to play from. That was from 151, a little 7-iron.
And a good one, Judy. Furyk and O'Mara each have a run at birdie. 2 good putters. We go back to the second.
And Parnevik lining up this birdie putt. Rossi, didn't you used to have some two-tone shoes like that? When you...
Yeah. I don't know where they are, though, Roger. I tell you, he's a nice man, though.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the crowd, I mean, he has a huge following here, doesn't he?
He really does, and it's going to be interesting to see how he plays today. I was with him the last round last year, and he had an awful time hooking the ball. He hooked everything starting at the first hole, but he's really hit some perfect shots here, the first 2 holes. It's good to see him get off to this kind of a start.
Not enough speed. So Parnevik will tap that in for his par, and he will have parred the second hole all 4 days of this Open Championship. But as Rossi said, he's gotten off to a very good start in the 3 previous days, and he does again today here at Royal Birkdale as we're in the final round of this 127th Open Championship. And the American who plays in Japan, Brian Watts, has a 2-shot lead.
6th.
215 yards into a crossing wind.
It worked out okay, but that little shoulder in the green will get in the way a bit. Back to 3, Furyk for birdie. Well, Jim will tap in for par, same as his fellow competitor Mark O'Mara did just moments before Jim. So par, par, par to open for the Americans in the second to last group. And back on the tee, Brian Watts. In very good shape. It is warming up just a bit. Watts losing the sweater. Getting comfortable. Although we have some raindrops beginning to fall, we see umbrellas here at 18, umbrellas on different parts of the golf course, the water on the lenses of the cameras. We go to the 4th, and Steve.
If I were a bunch of folks watching the leaderboard today, I would watch this man throughout the day. He's not one who is given to succumb, if you will, to the pressure of a major championship. We talked about how well he's played. Now here he is, tee shot at the 218-yard par 3, 4th.
Almost straight downwind, maybe just from the left to the right. 218 from the elevated tee.
That is a 7-iron. And a rare miss for Furyk. And there's O'Meara's ball. And here's his his tee shot just moments ago.
Right at the flagstick the entire way.
Right.
Gorgeous shot from Mark O'Meara. 3 pars out, very solid. He's won the Masters. He's not uncomfortable now in this major championship setting. Now, Justin Rose drove it right at the short par 4, hacked it out. Okay, safely on, but a long way away. The flagstick today in the far back portion of the green. Back at 3.
And Parnevik.
159 yards. Parnevik, beautiful drive, split the middle. Wind coming out of the right. Hole playing completely different than it did yesterday and the day before.
Also, Rossi, the greens seem to be a little less bouncy, I suppose is the right word today. The rain has softened them somewhat.
They sure have.
He'll be more pleased when he gets there than he was after he made contact. Now Watts.
Watts is just 1 yard closer to the hole. 158.
Always very difficult to go at the flag on this green because it's somewhat hidden by the big bank on the right-hand side. You can see on the left side of your screen there.
I think if you want to swing it from right to left, he can probably hit an 8-iron. Ian, if he wants to just hit a nice shot, I think it would be a little 7.
Big difference today, Rossi. Yesterday on this hole, they were trying to land it 30 and 40 yards short of the green to get it somewhere near it.
That's right. It was a 3-iron and a wedge yesterday.
He seems in control of himself.
Well, the 87 NCAA champ from Oklahoma State with a good shot, and we move to 4.
Furyk's bunker shot on the way, and a good one it is. To 6.
This is Tiger, 4 par. Got a little bit of a break as it hit the back of the hill and came back on just the collar of the putting surface, but he could not get up and down, so Woods drops his second shot today. 2 bogeys, 2 birdies. Tiger even through 6 and 5 back. Back to 4.
O'Meara now.
When you stand on the line of this putt, the putt seems pretty straight. The green almost wants to tilt from the left to the right, and yet the area where the hole is almost tilts the other way, so this could be a little bit tricky.
He was 3rd here when the championship was last played. 3 back of our colleague Ian Baker Finch.
And he played very well too, Steve. He was in good form, and as I've said many times, he loves it here.
That win at the Masters was huge in more ways than one. He broke through at age 41 when many thought that maybe he might go through his entire career without a major championship, and now he finds himself in 2nd place in search of his 2nd major championship of the year. These the only multiple major winners since 1980. Mark O'Meara threatening to join a very illustrious group. Back at 3.
Last group here at the par 4. Will it be Watts first?
Watts is going to putt first. He's about 40 feet from the hole. Long putt. Looks to me like it should go a little left. The greens don't break a whole lot here. They're very subtle. They don't have the tremendous undulations like you see in the United States so much.
Ian Watts up and down to save par at 1, missed the fairway at 2. This the first shot where he hit the fairway, then hit the green. Nerves settling a little bit?
I think so, Mike. He stated yesterday that it was a very difficult time for him and that he would be nervous today. But he's the sort of player that looks in control of himself all the time. He controls his emotions, although inside his stomach may be churning. There's a lot of players out there that way.
Oh, he comes up short. He's going to have a little bit left for his par there. Let's take this second to remind you that if you are at home and watching, you can log on. Hit the links online. ABC Sports Online is on AOL, America Online. Keyword ABC Sports. Now Parnevik.
This putt is coming up the hill and against the wind. It should be quite slow. Gonna have to give it a good wrap to get it there.
And that's exactly what he did, Rossi. He really tried to take advantage. He had a pretty good break there where the ball rolled back off that slope left of the green.
We'll go to 4.
Furyk for a par. A rare missed green, a rare missed putt. So Jim drops a shot. He's 3 back. Back at 3.
Now Watts. First par putt. For his par, I should say. This putt. Ian, when people sometimes talk about a leader who is in a different position in a major, they look at how many times they have to make putts of this length to save par. It's tough to do on a Sunday in a major.
That's correct, but if you do hole a couple early, it makes the rest of them a lot easier. And he holed a really good putt at the first, I felt. And another good one there when he could have been feeling, gee, I should have been making birdie here and now got a 4-footer for par. That was good work.
He opens par, par, par. Watts leads O'Mara by 1. We jump ahead to Tiger Woods at 7.
And Mike, this is the par 3 with a 6-iron playing 189 yards today. Yeah, they were talking to it, trying to get it down. It rolls back down into a depression behind the green there as we go back to 3.
And Jesper for his 3rd straight par.
Another one of those little tricky ones. It's only 2.5 feet, but it could get away on him a little to the right if he's not careful. And that's exactly what it did. Lifted in. And a smile from the Neely champion. Perhaps this is the day.
He is likable. Jesper Parnevik, who is 2 back after 3 holes here. It is Sunday at the British Open. This time where Ian Baker Finch shot 29 his championship day. Tiger tried to make a move, missed a couple of early birdies. Now he is level for the day. The youngster Rose hanging tough. Level par through 5 holes thus far. Furyk just dropped a stroke at the 4th. He's 3 off the lead. Jesper Parnevik, par, par, par to open. Look out for the man who had success at Augusta. Mark O'Mara coming off a birdie is 1 behind our leader, 32-year-old Brian Watts. His advantage is now 1.
Brian Watts, tee shot at the par 3. This is 6-iron. He has not made a mistake. He's playing like a man who has been here before rather than one who's here for the first time.